Alright, yo, so I'm gonna make this a quick video. This is not gonna make you the best player in this game, okay? This is just beginner tips to get you started, because I know some of you guys don't have any experience in this game, or some of you guys are like me that, you recently just started this game and really don't know much about this game. So I'm gonna just share with you guys what I did to help me get to know this game better and get to know the PvP of this game better, okay? So if you're new, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first tip I'm gonna give is know your race. Okay, so what I did for this one is that I just went to the Trello. Alright, if you're new to this game, I'm gonna link the Trello down below. Go to the Trello and just get all the information you can get about the race you're trying to go for. Okay, whether it be Soul Reaper, whether it be a Rancor, Full Ringer, or Quincy, just go to the Trello. You can also search up on YouTube for tier lists and stuff like that of which one is better. Okay, also look at the weapons. Look at what weapons you can acquire for specific skill trees in the game, all that stuff, saying. Look at the way the weapons look. All right, so that's the main thing you want to do first. Just know the particular race. Okay, look for the one that's easy to grind, which one you're going to be able to get the stuff that you're going to need to make the build better and stuff like that. That's basically what I did when I started this game. I just went in there and just looked at what race I was going to choose first. All right. Okay, so when you're done looking at the race and knowing what race you want to choose, all right, the next thing you want to do is your skill tree. Okay, so this is very, very important, all right, because this would basically make or break your build. Your skill tree is basically what you use to build upon your Shikai or stuff like that. Okay, you can go Keto, you can go Kendo, you can go Hakuda, you can go Speed, or you can go Medic. All right, the two most popular skill trees right now are Kendo and Speed. All right, Hakuda is also pretty popular. Keto is pretty popular. Keto is specific to your particular race. Okay, I really don't know much about ketos. You guys can search that up on YouTube. That's another thing I do. I search up a lot of stuff that I don't have any information on YouTube. Okay, now the only ones I know very, very well of is Kendo and Speed. All right, if you're beginning this game, I would advise trying out Kendo or Hakuda first. Okay, or Keto. Okay, just try Hakuda, Kendo, or Keto, because those ones are very, very easy to learn. Speed is a lot more complicated, especially if you don't know how to use it. All right, I know people have been saying, oh, Speed is OP, Speed is a OP and stuff like that. Speed is OP, but if you can't use Speed, you're basically not gonna win any games. So I would say use Kendo, Hakuda. Those ones they're very, very easy to learn. Hakuda is probably like the easiest to learn in my opinion, because once you get them, especially air Hakuda, once you get them in the air, it's just pretty much good from there. Okay, but Kendo is really good, Keto is really good. All skill trees are good in my opinion. You can make good builds with them, with speed and stuff like that, but those ones are the ones that I would recommend. Okay, some YouTubers that I watch to help me understand specific moves in the skill trees is Nano Prodigy. Okay, Nano Prodigy he's probably the best one for just understanding some of this stuff. You can also watch Vert too. Vert is also a pretty good YouTuber as well. All right, there's also this YouTuber right here. I'm gonna put his video right here where he basically just gives like a guide to Kendo. Okay, I'm also gonna put another video of somebody else who also gave a guide to Speed as well, for people who want to go speed and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying, while I'm looking at the skill trees and figuring out what build I want to make, I'm also looking at YouTubers as well, because I'm trying to learn from them, from people who have experience. So that's basically what I did. There's a lot of YouTubers posting builds and stuff like that on YouTube, so that's basically what I did to help me, just familiarize myself with like the builds and stuff like that, and the way builds work in this game, and basically the way skills work in this game as well. All right, there's also other stuff in the game too, like essences, special skills as well. Those ones I haven't really discovered how to get those ones yet, but like I said, they're all in the Trello. Okay, the Trello is going to be your best. If you're a new player, the Trello is going to be your best friend. Okay, so in the Trello, it's gonna tell you what essences you need to get special weapons, to get special skills, to get I heard of this stuff called Valve Mastery, Valve Lock, all those stuff, all those potions and stuff like that. Just they're all in the Trello day. So you just go to the Trello and just go and just read about all of them. Okay, so that is it for the skill tree side. Another tip that I would give you too is your keybinds. All right, if you're on keyboard and mouse, definitely try customizing your keybinds as well. If you're on controller, you can check out my video right here. I did a video on keybinds right there. You guys can go check that out. on how to customize your keybinds, but it would be nice if Typeso were to add a way to be able to customize your keybinds in game, because I just found out that there's some Xbox users that can't customize their keybinds on your console. They have to do it in game. So if you're a dev, or if anybody watching this video can tell a dev, please make sure you inform them so that we can get a way to be able to customize our keybinds in the game, because keybinds is very important, because you want something that you're comfortable with, that you can play with if you want to be able to PvP good in this game. All right, that is it for like the basic tips that I would give anybody that started this game out for PvP and stuff like that. All right, so when it comes to combat, all right, so combat is the only advice I can give when it comes to combat right now as a beginner is just to learn combos. Okay, just once you figured out what skill tree you want to go for, what moves you want to use with your Shikai, just figure out combos. Like for example, if I'm using my build right here, this is my vampire or ranker build, all right, with payday partial. Okay, so I'm using full speed on this one right here, and one combo I like to use is payday. All right, I use payday into my crit, all right, because sometimes they usually like to block payday, so I usually follow it into my crit, or I follow it into like, you know, skyscraper, or probably like time cut, you know what I'm saying, just something that is just gonna like combo extended, just combos, just basically combos. Just figure out combos you can use, you know, figure out counters for those combos, you know what I'm saying. Like I just said, if somebody counters my payday and block it, I usually follow it with like a crit, or if they don't counter it and they try to dash away, I follow it with something like time cut, because time cut covers a wide space, all right, so that way when they're escaping, at least I can still catch them with like a stuff like that. Okay, I don't know why this guy is jumping me, but whatever. Another thing you can do is that if you have friends in this game that have also been playing the game, you could also practice with them. You could just tell them, yo, can I practice this combo with you? And they're gonna let you practice combos, okay? Because this game is just, the main thing is just like, if you can land like really good combos, you're gonna win the game, okay? If you can land really good combos, you're gonna be good. Of course, there are other stuff where you have to dodge, you have to parry, you have to basically just know what moves to parry, what moves to dodge, how to counter and stuff like that. All those stuff, you have to learn them in game yourself. I can't really explain that right now. Is something that you have to go in there and actually play yourself. But for the basic stuff, it's just basically just the combos, okay? Just learn combos, okay? If you don't have friends, the NPCs will be of good help. You can use your Bankai boss. Yeah, they're probably gonna parry almost everything, but if you can land a good combo on your boss, you're probably gonna be able to land it on an actual player, okay? You can also use the boss raids as well. You can you do a boss raid with one of your friends, practice your combos there, you know what I'm saying. Just do PvE. It should help familiarize yourself with your build and, you know, the skills and the way certain skills work in the game, okay? Anyways, that's the most I can give you guys as a starter for, you know, just a beginner, to help you guys understand combos and stuff like that. You know, just go in there and just play, you know what I'm saying. After like, take what I've just said right now, on analyze your build to figure out what combos you can do, and just go in there and play. All right, for the first few times, don't worry about your elo, okay? It would have been nice if the game had a place where elos didn't matter. You could just play and just warm up and practice and stuff like that. But don't worry too much about your elo. Like right now, I'm still at 400 elo. I've not even gotten into 500 elo. I don't really play this game like that, but the most I've gotten is 400 elo, right? So don't really worry about your elo when you first start. You know what I'm saying? You're going up against people that have been playing this game for years and years and years and years, okay? So don't worry too much about your elo, because you just started, you know? Just play, all right? Just play and learn. And I just think of it like when you're playing like a battlegrounds game, where you just go in there, you don't know anything about the game, you're just going there and you actually have to figure it out yourself. That's the way it is. Do not worry about your elo. Eventually you're just gonna keep getting better as, you know, figure out better combos to play against people and exploring more builds, okay? But that's basically it. I know this one was a short one, but I just wanted to share it with you guys, because I feel like some of you guys are still finding it hard to play in this game. I did find it hard myself when I was new, but you know what I'm saying, I did some research and stuff like that, like I shared with you today, and I was able to get better in the game, okay? Don't forget to, accessories also matter as well. Make sure you are getting good accessories. You can get them from drops, from the AFK and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.